Greetings, I'm your impersonal guide for the upcoming journey Legend of Blood. This particular story will be presented to you with a rap part, an audiobook part, and a journal entry per chapter, meaning you will be able to choose whether you want to read the story on Wattpad or listen to the tale on YouTube. The rap part gives additional immersion and details regarding the storyline. Anyway, before we get into anything else, my first duty will be the introduction of Mr. Thirsty Blood himself. First, he primarily appears boasting about his overpowered self. With his cheeky grin and nonchalant behavior, he does get rather annoying after some decades though, especially when nobody is able to put him in his place due to his godlike power. Up to this date, nobody knows his weakness, which is the reason why he behaves overly confident. The Blood knows his power all too well and will not hesitate to use it whenever he is thirsty. It must be also mentioned that his instinct is heavily biased to collect and drink blood. Therefore, guessing when he kills or doesn't kill his prey is hardly possible. Apart from his bloodthirsty habit, legend says he went total berserk once, wreaking havoc on a whole civilization after not drinking any blood for a certain period of time. While there is no known information of when his switch flips, there are countless tales of lost cities that seem to have been annihilated from one day to the next. Only Thirsty knows the truth of what really happened. Based on the fact that he existed long before humans made an appearance, his morals are shaped differently and lean closer towards nature's evolutionary law and the energy balance of the universe. As for his positive and negative traits, well, you will get to know them over time while discovering his story. On a final note, as his narrator, I can confirm one trait for certain: he loves blood. And he will get yours too if you don't stay over 9,000 galaxies away from this maniac. Backstory of Thirsty Blood. Thirsty Blood came to life by the wild, impulsive nature of the universe. Even he doesn't exactly know how he started. His existence might seem arbitrary, like a simple blip, yet we all know that everything happens for a reason, even the tiniest spark of thought running through your mind every day. Thirsty names and describes himself, his race, very fittingly as a blood. I can be harmful, I may act kind, you see me kill what I despise. At times sipping liquids on sidelines, my acts depend on my mood, right? Right. Having the smirk of a cheeky child, I still stand above your likes. My reality, the center of the eye, will keep the balance of all alive. Greetings, I'm just a simple blood, and I'm always thirsty for blood. There's nothing more to say about me, except for the fact that I'm OP. We have to go into detail so you can understand my world, my dear prey. Yes, that's what I call you, the one who follows my words and shenanigans. You see, the universe offers way too many unimaginable things for you or even me to comprehend. Putting it rather simply will be difficult, but for now, it will be enough that if you understand that I'm an autonomous existence within any reality. Countless realities exist in the universe, their force depending on the source of energy. While you're bound to the laws of planet Earth and the solar system it circulates within. I, in contrast, am independent of all that. My being itself is a singularity formed by the creator of the universe and gifted to guard the origin of blood. In addition, I have the ability to manipulate the flow of energy to the liking of my endless imagination. But can we truly imagine what is endless or infinite? Simply no. We don't know the things we never see or feel, yet they may be there or not. I got sidetracked. Let our kind Mr. Narrator move on with my backstory. To summarize Thirsty Blood's boasting behavior and so often self-proclaimed overpowered definition. You can't hurt him until you get on the same energy level as his reality. I mentioned continuing with my backstory and not talking about my capabilities. My prey will hear or read it every time in the future. If it helps your imagination, it's like bloodbending your blood, but also not. Follow me and you will know soon enough. Wink. Anyway, Thirsty Blood knows a lot about the Earth's evolution while always watching it with eager interest. The moment when the human race started to elevate in the form of civilization, things became more and more thrilling. Different morals and imaginations began to mix with biological instincts. Emotions could be felt, shown and described. And after many more years, humans became the alpha species of the Earth, even though appearing weaker than others in terms of pure biological abilities. Their biggest weapon for survival is their evolved brain, yet it is also their weakness among themselves. I beg your pardon for interrupting. Please continue, my dear narrator. Will there be a time when you won't meddle with my reality? Why do I even ask? As we know by now, Thirsty has seen a lot, but eternal life eventually gets boring after a while and one seeks for new ways to be entertained, which brings us to the start of Thirsty Blood's journey and his meddling with the human race. Despite everything else, Thirsty Blood is a being with vast knowledge and wisdom, and he knows he can learn more. The saying, "knowing you know nothing," may sound familiar and surely has nothing to do with Thirsty talking to Socrates once upon a time. Can you find the sarcasm I added in here? Anyway, while Plato surely independently quoted, "There is no harm in repeating a good thing," combined with "the measure of a man is what he does with power," says much about how humans made up their wisdom. At least, no book in our literature today talks about a god who once inspired our most famous philosophers, right? Ha! Couldn't be me. Another sharp-minded individual named Aristoteles came up with his quotes after many years of unaffected contemplating. "The energy of the mind is the essence of life," as well as "whosoever is delighted in solitude is either a wild beast or a god." Truly unbiased wisdom and just a few of many quotes and thoughts written down in human history. At least as humanity knows it nowadays. Of course, all those quotes originated after our philosophers met Thirsty, and they fit way too well with his character. Until today, he certainly is self-aware of his doings, as well as accepting small changes with himself that occurred naturally over time. This is simply explained as energy always moves, and even small amounts can change the direction of your flow over time. Of course, there are more tales to tell, filled with various emotions having either a good or bad tasting end. But all that is life and the natural flow of every single individual energy. Well done, Mr. Narrator. Since I'm getting impatient to begin my new legend with my dear prey, I will take over. Welcome, my prey. Your timing is perfect. Click on my rap video for chapter 1, which you may find on your display right now. Enjoy the hunt. Cheers.